Hello there, loyal viewers. This is the VGamerX. I'm back with some more of the Pokemon Legends Arceus 2 Life Nuzlocke. Last time we left off, we arrived here in the snow where we went up some ruins that had Reggie puzzles, and we got our Wormadam killed by a bird. And now we have to use our own bird to fly over there and deal with Avalugg. But before we do that, we have our new team member, Aerie, over here. Aerie the Piloswine. And since she knows, Action Power by default. And boom. We got a big old mammoth. Welcome to the team. Well, thank you. Let's go. And thankfully with the whole, being able to change your moves anytime you want, it's like, man, move-based evolutions are always so much easier. You don't have to worry about getting some heart skills ready. Oh, hang on. I was unsuspecting a choke. Let's get some practice in before we... Oh, there. Gotcha. And too bad you're stunned, so... It's like a somersault kick to take you out. Alright. Let's go. Why, if it isn't Callus? What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face, in this far corner of the Alabaster Islands. I came to bring Garrick an old order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalugg. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Not really. Oh, have some mercy. Can't you see I'm dying to tell you what I've learned? Well, I'll tell you anyway. So Avalugg, yes, the fifth of Hisui's nobles.
There he is. That he is. And you know what? He's an absolute beast.
Yes, I changed his voice because because after that last session where I was doing that voices, my throat was like, it was kind of itchy for the rest of the night. So yeah, maybe I gotta change it up a bit. Well, yes, according to what I was told, not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires off massive icicles. He can cause sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem too powerful to take on? What's more, apparently the Avalugg of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Doesn't that seem a bit too big to take on?
Oh, you'll be alright. You'll just have to eat some sword caps and give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward, now, to the arena.
Yes, well, I did want to see the Avalugg, but perhaps not at the cost of my life. So I suppose freezing my digits and I will be off. My freezing digits. Alright, now we have to quell the frenzy of Avalugg. Let us be off. Screw off, bird. Might already caught you. Alright. I'm ready to dance with the big ice.
So, we are to quell Avalugg as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out. Or maybe your strength comes from the way you walk among both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs using that eternal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it'll only be a moment's work. And there you have it. If you truly wish to quell Avalugg, then walk on. The path lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You'll need unrivaled dodging ability.
Alright, I'm going. Hmm? Whoa.
Lord of the Tundra, Avalug.
This is like the original Dynamax right here.
Eat your ice, buddy.
Nope. Nope, don't face that way, me. Ow. Yeah, that's it. Open wide. Oh. Frame perfect dodging. Thank you. Oh, no. He's charging the Spirit Ice. That's right. Keep your mouth open. I'm like it's like I'm fighting a boss out of Metroid. All right, Peter. Show your stuff. Use your chance. Show Avalug your power. All right. First off, we'll go with a really fast Mach Punch. And then with a strong close combat. Eat your ice. If anyone's wondering, no, these particular Avalug do not grow up this big when you actually get them in the game. That'd be crazy. Ah, crap. No! Damn it. Everything went black. Well, yeah, and they give us a little hint. We attempt this battle again. Yes. But, as I promised, and if ever I die, one of my Pokemon is immediately going to die. And I shall continue the battle. You can carry over some progress you made. Yes, keep the progress. Like I said, I'm pulling a Moxie 3D, and one of these Pokemon shall die, and I shall eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day. My mother said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Sorry, Peter. I was hoping to use you here, but you are gone down to 0. Because like I said, these are the only times where I would have to worry about dying immediately is through these, because unless I'm, or that of course if I'm just stupid with the bravery. So, and like I said, I'm giving myself 2 lives from Pokemon battles. I gotta give myself some disadvantage. Your sacrifice shall not be in vain, Peter. Yeah. I don't remember if I talked about this before, but the braviary, dying from the braviary thing would be kind of messed up if you considering the whole, Pokemon sacrificing themselves to save me, because not again. Because again, the implication of like they just come out to protect me, and I just That's 2 deaths. I'm literally just landing on them as a cushion. Yes, continue battle. I'll keep a progress. Alright, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the tiger by the toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day. My mother said to pick the very best one, and you are... and there goes my starter. Sorry, Eugene. You're down to your 1 life anyway, and you were willing to sacrifice it for me. Okay, maybe I shouldn't get too close while I'm... because clearly I suck at timing these dodges. Well, we're off to a great start. I barely just started and I've lost my starter, 2 Pokemon, in a boss battle. And one of them being my starter. Ow. No, I didn't. Why'd he suddenly do it twice? What's wrong with you, Callus? Alright, Pollyann, go for it. Go for it. Am I taking a risk? Yes. Come on, Pollyann. And Pollyann has lost her first life. You technically is not dead yet. Can't use Eugene or Peter. Alright, Aerie, show your stuff. With that, 1 simple bonk to the head. Hoo-yah! At what cost? Yeah, this will suffice for 2 of my dead Pokemon. 2 dead and I guess 1 half dead. Garrick, sir, you don't need to look quite so... You needn't look so downcast.
But seeing mighty Avalon quelled, and by such a slight child, a child that fell from the very sky. Is this Callus boy some kind of monster in disguise?
He is no monster. He just used monsters to fight it. He's the one who risked his life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Callus. Garrick cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any of us that getting involved in the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change.
Irida?
I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Callus has much to teach us. He's shown us we can overcome all manner of strife, so long as our Pokemon are with us. He's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader.
It seems you've already changed, Irida. I knew you could pull that off, Callus.
You quelled every last frenzied noble. Oh wait, I thought that was the other girl talking. So is that space-time rift going to start closing up now, or what? There's little way of knowing for sure, though the rift doesn't seem perhaps a little smaller somehow.
Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lighting, we should still be alright as long as we've got Callus.
Indeed we should be. It's good to have him at our side.
You know something, Irida? We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but you clan folk aren't all bad in my book.
Look who's finally seen reason.
Anyway, now that we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Kamado a visit and see if he'll finally crack a smile for us.
You do that, I gotta go make a few burials.
Goodbye, Peter. You were the one I was hoping to use, but I sucked at that. Dodging and Hujin. Well, this wouldn't be the first time I lost my starter in one of these YouTube Nuzlocks. And well, now's a good time to use you, Carl. I got you at that big level, so since you're already caught in that big level, I guess why not? And why not? We got another fellow bird ready here, Fuchsia. Alright. I see you've caught 18 Pokemon. Care to report your findings? So yeah, all of my encounters here, and then of course, the grinding I did. Yeah, look at the moolah. Even got this club music here for it. Oh, you see, yeah, I made some observations, and yeah, I did some of these too. Even though I did look it up, and yeah, I think this is technically the last time I have to worry about getting my rank up, but I just did some anyway. Wow, and even then, it was barely, I barely got up to the next rank. So even if I did have to worry about it. You managed to quell Lord Avalugg? Fantastic stuff. As always, I'm sure the commander is eagerly awaiting your report. To the village. Alright, we're back here in the main street. And I think I already know what's going to happen, and I prepared for this.
Never, never, you whelp.
Oh, dear customer, sorry you had to see that. I asked Talos Hua to supply me some new goods, but he simply won't do business with me. I truly hate keep imposing like this, but would you please try to make him see reason? You do well to bring him a token of goodwill, perhaps some sand radishes? You ought to do. Yeah, I remember. Did I? Oh no, wait, they're in the box, right? I forgot. For some reason, I forgot. Like, yeah, I can't just warp them from my box all the way to him. Before I go in there and talk to him, I'm gonna do a few things out here first. I want to check something with this lady right here. I want to get some items, and yeah, as you saw the trade for one, yes, you can do. Oh nope, I need more. So yeah, you get those MP from collecting satchels out in the wild, and yeah, some of them are 1,000, and this thing is I don't have enough, so I'll have to wait. Obviously, you could probably know why I wanted that. And you know what?
Since I have the money, let's get some dandy candy. Alright, Fuchsia, open up. Yep, exactly what I hoped for. Fuchsia is ready to evolve. Ah, crud. It's not too late. My phone may have tipped over, but you got to see it. You got to see Fuchsia evolve into Braviary. I got one. Huh. Maybe I finally got to the maybe that's when I got to the next rank. All right, before I report to Kamado. You want your radishes? Ah, the survey crew who quelled the Lord of the Hollow. I'm sorry you keep getting revoked into errands on my account. Tell you the truth, I'd be happy to get my core products out to the shop for free, but that'd mean letting Choi off the hook, and the very idea of that sets my teeth gnashing. Are you bound for the Alabaster Island soon? Would you bring me back 3 sand radishes? Oh, I already did that. Oh, you're back with the veggies. Well done. Gathering in that harsh climate. Would you let me have 3 sand radishes? Yes. Here you go. Ah, sand radishes. The Alabaster Island's finest feature. If you give these bitter roots a nice, thorough pickling, it brings out a unique sweetness. Once they're pickled, they make for a lovely, crisp, and a well-liked snack. My granddaughter makes a fine pickle. I'll tell you what. Perhaps I'll ask her to give one of these a nice briny soak. Anyway, I'm sorry I have to kept on using you as a go-between with Choi. I suppose it's time I had a proper conversation with the whelp. Alright, before I report back to Choi... You know what? Let me humor her real quick. Oh, right, I actually have to report to him. I forgot, I actually have to get the meter up from the professor first. My bad. That actually would have been kind of funny, though.
Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious Riftborn helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a world restored to normalcy. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Go nourish yourself at the Wallflower, and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemon around us.